Alright, hey guys, so we recently hit 100k subscribers on YouTube, and we promised we'll do
Thank
a
you
Q&A.
guys.
We promised we'll do a Q&A for you guys, and so here are the questions read to us by yours truly,
Our friend
Me.
Jan,
Jan, and everyone that's said the questions.
the
So,
MK. MK mate.
Okay, first of all, from Amanda Krishna, for Eddie, if you were stranded on a desert island and given the choice, you can only have A. Brett, B. Jimin, C. a Stradivarius. Which one you pick?
Wait, what was B again?
Jimin.
That okay. Obviously Jimin. No, just kidding.
don't pick me, man. I don't want to be on the island with you.
Oh bro.
No, I'm not coming.
Dude, don't leave me by myself.
You got
gotta
Jimin
be
and a
with
Stradivari. I'll support you from the other side of the world. Don't drag me down there.
I'll drag Brett. I don't want
Oh,
to suffer.
no.
I don't want to suffer by myself. So it'll be Brett.
Okay.
Wait. How did you guys meet each other?
Who is this? Who said this?
This is us.
Nguyen Ho Tramai.
Okay.
It's like the 20 billionth time we've answered
Okay, this is the last time we're going to answer this question. We met at maths tutoring on a Friday evening in Brisbane.
I was 13, he was 14.
Yes. And I sat next to Eddie.
We sat there and we're just like, oh, sine cos tan, algebra. I was like, oh yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, I play violin.
Oh, really? I play violin too.
Yeah.
Oh bro, I just did my like grade 8 man.
Oh, yeah, me too, man.
Oh wow, that's so
Cool,
cool.
alright. I hate my life, but I'll see you next week.
Yeah. And then we saw each other the very next day in 9 a.m. at Old Museum Building in the Queensland Youth Symphony, both our first time rehearsing, and we were the youngest kids there because everyone was like 18 to 21.
I remember sitting there like this. I was
so
14.
depressed.
Everyone was like 18, 21. And I thought, oh, I can't do this. This sucks so
I
early.
had like so much social anxiety. I was like, fuck, I don't know any of these old people.
And I see Eddie come out of the corner. I'm like, you're that guy from maths tutoring.
Yeah, with your dad.
I was with that, and you're with
yeah.
your mum. I still
Yeah,
remember.
And that's how we met.
Yeah.
From the same person, are there any memorable moments in your violin careers that you want to tell us?
Nah.
Hong Kong, I reckon.
Yeah,
That
Hong
was
Kong.
pretty crazy.
Hong Kong show, the HKFO.
So the Hong Kong show was played with an orchestra. It was like a 2-hour concert. There was like fireworks. Brett did his conducting debut, which is so funny. He was like, he didn't know how to like cut the orchestra off in rehearsal, so he was like, the orchestra just kept playing. Yeah, it was sick, and it was like a huge. I think it was our biggest crowd, like 1,400 people. It was so much adrenaline, but it was so hectic that we didn't have time to get nervous.
Yeah.
It was just insane.
It was the funnest concert I've done in my life, and I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys from the Hong Kong Festival Orchestra.
Who are the makers of the violins you play?
Renato Scrolavezza, Italian guy, really old now, in the 90s.
Mine is a unknown maker. So if you look inside the F hole of my violin, you'll see a label that says transformed by, I can't remember, some dude. some dude that thought so highly of himself that he stuck a label over the original maker. And it was transformed in Detroit, 1914. So I don't know who made it originally.
Which non-classical music related artists do you like the most?
Non-classical music artist.
Jimin.
Artist, does that be music related?
Just artist, I guess.
Guns blazing.
He's an artist.
Yeah, next question.
And the duel is his canvas.
If there's one thing you would tell your 18-year-old self, what would it be?
Oh.
That's a good question. Who asked it?
Fela and or Anja.
Fela Anja, that's a good question.
What would mine be?
You think about it first, I'm kind of sick.
I
I'm
think-
sick by the way, so my brain's a bit...
Oh, you just throw it up. You know what I'd say? Be yourself.
Oh, come
No. Practice. Practice. And chill out. Yeah, chill out. Calm down and practice.
There's too many things I want to say to myself as an 18-year-old. Probably just punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking. It's just. PG. Let's be like, you're an idiot. But I think that's part of, growing up.
We're a bit retarded.
I think if you don't look at yourself 4 years ago and cringe, then you're not doing something right.
Yeah.
I mean, first thing that comes to my mind is relax your boa.
Yeah.
I've been playing with this like tense wrist that's too high all throughout uni, and it's just a simple matter of keeping it relaxed.
Next.
Like this. Next.
What's the first thing you're gonna do when you're back home after touring?
Sleep.
Sleep.
How did you convince your parents that you want to pursue music instead of becoming a doctor?
Well, that's more. I mean.
You can answer.
Yeah. Okay, so my mum was like, my mum wanted me to be a doctor. Bless her. She's the best mum ever. But, being typical Asian, she was worried about my future. Wanted to make sure I had a stable income. And, it's probably just also a matter of bragging rights as an Asian mum. But, she was like, so I was like, I think I'm going to do music. This is when I was 17. That's the last year of high school. I was like, I think I want to do music. And my mum was like, you're just saying that because you're too, like, she would never, like, directly say, no, you can't. So she kind of, like, challenged me in a more, like, backwards way. So she was like, you're just saying that because you don't study, because you're too lazy to study. Well, better yet, I don't even think you have what it takes to make it into med.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're doing music, because you can't even make it into med. I was like, what? And so I got an OP1, which is like one of the best grades you can get in. This is what you need to get into med. And then I took the medicine test and got like 97th percentile. Sound like I'm bragging heaps, and I am. Just kidding. But basically, yeah, I did. I got into med, and then I told my mom, see, I got into med. Now I'm gonna do music. And my mom was so annoyed. But then she couldn't say anything. And, but I think it's all good now. I think my mom's really happy what I'm doing right now. And, yeah.
What's your favorite piano composition?
Piano composition.
Mm-hmm.
Piano composition.
Debussy. Anything by Debussy, really, for piano.
Makes me sleepy.
Also, this is a really cool piano piece I like. I forgot the composer. It's a Japanese composer, but it's called the Butterfly Piano Concerto or something like that.
Fur Elise. Classic.
What do you guys like most about Hong Kong from Joyce Lam?
Dim Sims. Yum Cha.
Joyce.
Yeah. Dim Sims. Yum Cha.
I like the fact that you can get good food from every culture. So a lot of other Asian countries you can get really good food, but only that cuisine. But here's that you can get really good Japanese food, then really good dim sims, and then you can get like a full-on Australian standard like cappuccino.
Mm-hmm. That's the combo, guys. Cappuccino dim sims.
How long did you guys practice a day?
Like when? It's a very general vague question. Okay. Uni, 3 hours. Now, 1 or less.
Guess we just said we'll bear everything out, honestly. I mean, in the beginning when I was starting, I did like 10-15 minutes a day. The first year, 2 years, 3 years. And then into 30 minutes an hour. I think when I was in high school, got up to like 1 to 2 hours, depending on if I had a lot of exams or not. And then, actually, if I had competitions coming out or exams, I'd do like 4 or 5 hours though. But then, like, if I had like exams, I might do a lot less. I'd say in uni I average around 3 to 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. Practice, not including rehearsals. This is just pure self-practice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
And what are your advices for those who accidentally took up viola as their only instrument?
Accidentally. I'd say, first of all, it's okay. You're not suffering alone. Many people are victims to the same scam by viola teachers. I would immediately notify your loved ones and tell them of your situation. It's okay.
It's okay.
People may judge you, but it's better to get it off your chest. Don't do anything stupid, please. Call us if you're suffering, and
don't jump off
any
a building.
bridges. Get it? Oh,
Don't jump off a ceiling, and don't do it with your buddy.
you can't jump off a ceiling.
A ceiling. Don't jump off a rooftop, and don't do it with your buddy, because you're both violists and you guys both jump off. Do you know what happens?
No, you gotta say the joke properly.
Okay.
The joke,
Okay.
like they're the same way.
Okay. Okay. So the two violists on the rooftop, same height and same weight. And do you know what happens when they both jump off at the same time?
This is so good.
Next
So
question.
good. Next. We didn't answer that question properly. Sorry. Well, what was the question again? What would you advise for someone that took violas accidentally?
Yeah, what are your advice for those who accidentally took up viola as their only
Play
instrument?
violin as well.
Yeah. Play violin.
Even if you major in viola, play the violin as well.
You'll become a better violist.
Cool. Next.
What's your favorite tour memory?
This is a paper rock dance.
Yeah.
That was so bad.
Paper scissors rock. Rock paper scissors.
Brett slipping on the Sloan Oslo,
Oh,
nearly
God.
breaking his neck.
Oh.
There's too many. It's been crazy. It's been
Too many fun times.
so crazy.
And of course the concerts and meeting you guys.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like number 0.1.
Right, next.
What do you think is the most important quality in a good violinist?
Most important quality?
Good.
Important qualities. 1.
Quality. The first thing that comes to my mind is sound.
Sound.
If you can make a beautiful sound, if you have control over a consistent tone, that's the biggest one for me. Because if you can hear and produce good, consistent sound, you can do anything. It's just a question of interpretation.
And intonation.
Yeah, and intonation.
And
But
accuracy.
I think a lot of people, they can learn to play in tune or play fast, but if you can't make that beautiful sound, it never.
It's not as satisfying. Still.
Yeah. So I think sound.
Why is that Eddie is always the one to wear a wig in your videos or be the woman?
Because Eddie's more feminine, obviously.
I agree.
Next.
Next.
What advice would you give to a young violinist who is about to attend a music conservatory?
Oh, I like this question. Oh no. I was gonna say like what I thought, and I realized there's probably a lot of comm teachers watching this. This isn't my advice. This is my approach that I took. I basically skipped any class I could and just practiced. And any class that involved roll marking, I'll try to get my friends to tick my name off.
Yeah.
In my mind, at the con I was there for one thing, and that was to get good at the violin. And so I was like, I'm not going to sit here. Mind you, I still got good marks on my tests. It wasn't like I didn't care about them, but it was more like if I had already known the stuff, I would just be like, I need to practice.
Yeah.
And so I'll go in a practice room.
Use your time wisely, guys.
Yes. No, actually, that's probably a big thing.
I
say
think-
to my 18-year-old self.
Yeah,
So
use time.
use your time wisely.
Well, I think for the studying at the con, don't get me wrong, there's many great teachers and classes. But I was the same as Eddie. I just want to get better at the violin. Everything else was irrelevant. Like, I couldn't care less if I didn't get good grades. All that matters for me was I play like Janine Jansen, which is still yet to happen.
Yeah.
But,
Nice. I like that.
yeah.
I like that.
But like, yeah. And so I find ways to get around. Like, get your friends to mark it off. Cram everything last minute for exams. Do the oral test first thing in the morning. You got to present at 9 a.m. Just cram it at 8 a.m. Things like that. But if you like studying, do it. You know.
Yeah. Well,
If you're there.
I guess the idea is just know what you want
Yeah.
and then do it. So if you're there to do like become a music
Yeah.
research thing, then
Yeah.
doing
if you
the
want to be-
minimum practice you need and then research
Yeah.
your entire time. I say. Actually, my advice to myself. Actually, I don't even know. I kind of liked how I stuck to practice most of the time
Yeah.
because I saw a lot of people that would just talk in the common room and then just chat and socialize. But at the same time, it's like the relations that you meet could change your life.
Yeah.
Because at the con was when we decided to start Twoset, you know.
Yeah.
So you never know what kind of person that you're gonna start that quartet with or do something together that might change your life. But at the same time, don't just be like someone that's just sitting in the common room every day, just kind of chatting. Like, to me, that's a bit like, I don't know.
It's
Maybe
good to
that's
hang out with friends, but kind of set your bar.
yeah.
Like, if you feel like the hanging out with friends is taking too much time, it's stopping you from your goal. So in our situation, it was stopping us from practicing getting better at the violin. Then we
Yeah.
stop it. Anyway, next one.
Actually, I can add one more. Don't underestimate your own learning ability. I think sometimes what happens is people don't give themselves permission. Like, you should be the one that is in control of your learning, and then I don't want to say use, but say use the con, use the teachers as a resource to learn. You give back to them, obviously, not, but like, it's like when you read a book, you take what you can out of the book to enhance what you want to do, but don't follow the book dogmatically.
Yeah.
Just, you know
Just
what I
think
mean?
for yourself.
Yeah, there you go. Done. Next.
How do you learn a new piece?
Listen to the recording first until you familiarize yourself with it, and then play it through. Know which bits are difficult, and then slow practice, and just keep repeating until you can do it.
Slow practice. Listen to recordings. Rehearse. Look at the score if you can. Practice. Intonation. Everything. That's how you practice. Practice. Let it go.
Do you annoy each other often during your world tour?
Next.
What would you recommend to someone joining an orchestra for the first time?
Oh. Okay, is it a uni orchestra? Or is it a professional?
Well, if it's your first time doing it, just enjoy, have fun. Learn the stuff they do in there, the pieces, get ready to learn a lot of repertoire. Your sight reading skills will get really good.
Watch our video, 21 types of orchestral musician players.
Yeah, and
And then you know what not to do.
Yeah, that's a good guide.
Yeah.
What are your favorite pieces to play or listen to?
To play or listen to. The Concerto Battle by the He composer.
Jordan He. Favorite pieces to play. I love playing Beethoven Kreutzer 9. I love playing Bach G minor Adagio. But I hate performing the Bach. I love practicing Bach, but I hate performing Bach. Favorite piece to listen to? Prelude to Afternoon of a Form by Debussy.
What do you guys like and don't like about each other?
Oh, that's a good question. What do you like and don't like about each other?
Eddie's smart and he smells.
Who asked this?
Hold on.
Is this on Facebook? Instagram?
Instagram. Dominica Vanilla.
Okay.
Dominica.
Eddie's smart, Eddie smells. I was cooking easy.
Nah, I gotta be honest.
I was.
I don't smell. God damn it. What I like about Brett is he does stuff with courage. He's not scared to do things that.
Oh,
Um,
I'm courageous.
yeah, he just jumps in. He's the type of person that's like, I'm like, if there's a cold swimming pool, I dip my toes in, and Brett just jumps in. That's a metaphor though, because when it actually comes to cold water, I think we're both pretty bad at it.
Yeah, Naka.
But when it comes to like stuff, you know, like when we want to try different things, I think you're the first person to push for the Kickstarter, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I don't like. Oh, that's hard.
I'm perfect. I sound too good.
That's good.
I'm perfect.
Can't actually think of anything right now.
Oh, Dominica. Good question.
You come back to it.
Eddie's smart, Eddie smells. Easy.
Favorite Taiwanese street food?
Bubble tea and tofu. Stinky tofu.
Bubble tea.
And fried chicken. Oh.
Yeah, it's tofu, but also like, dude, just everything.
Oh, so good.
Yan Su Ji.
Oh.
Boom. Mic drop.
You
Next.
can't get past that one.
Where do you get the idea for your videos?
Sitting in rehearsal in orchestra.
Yeah.
Did you ever think you would tour the world, or was it a goal of yours, or totally unexpected?
Both.
Expected, but also expected.
Yeah.
It's a weird. You go.
Unexpectedly expected.
It's like, I don't know, like, I mean, it feels surreal. But even when I was young, I just had this, I guess we had like a drive
Yeah.
that we wanted to push ourselves to the limits. So it's more like, even when we were young, we didn't know we'd be on a world tour or anything specifically, but we just knew that
It was going to be something epic.
we wanted
Yeah.
a life that we didn't expect.
Yeah.
Something outside what we
Something
dreamed.
crazy that we didn't think could happen.
Yeah.
So, it's thanks to you guys, all of our efforts together, that's why we can do this. So, thank you again. Namaste.
Weirdest fan encounter?
Weirdest fan encounter. I think Eddie's got some
No,
interesting
I
ones.
think you've got
No,
one.
I know.
I haven't had any weird ones, but you've had some pretty intense fans.
My body's hurting.
So
Let me think about it.
just to give you guys an example. Normally after our concerts, we do signings and photos. And when people come to get photos with us, it's like a group photo, right? So they typically stand between us two, and we'll all take three photos together, or take a big group. And there was this one particular girl, but she came up to the photo, she just completely ignored me, and then just like lashed herself onto Brett, and she goes, "I'm your new girlfriend." And then I was just standing there like, "Oh gee, chill, thanks man." Chill, fam. And so I just ended up photobombing the photo, but
That wasn't that weird.
it was
It's
pretty
fine.
funny though.
It's funny. Yeah. No weird fan encounters. Actually,
No,
no.
I'm sure
If
there have
anything, if anything, I felt weird sometimes. Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know about you. Sometimes I'm just like, oh.
I remember there was this one that when someone came up to me and was like, "Are you Twoset?" I'm like, "Yeah. Do you want to take a photo?" She's like, "No," and she walks off. I was like, shit.
Oh, that's funny.
trying to play. I got woken up on a plane ride once.
Oh, that was funny.
I didn't even know how they recognized us because we were just sitting there. I fell asleep.
I was watching a movie and Eddie was like this. Eddie was just like this.
They woke us up. And they were like, "Can we get a photo?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And it's like, "You can get an autograph." And oh yeah, what's your name? She's like, can't remember, like
It was like
Janice or something. I'm like, "Oh okay, Janelle." It was like, "No, it's Janice." I'm like, "Oh okay, Jansen." I just
I
kept.
think you wrote like Angela or something. You went
Yeah.
way off.
Yeah, it was funny.
Anyway, next one.
Weird fan encounters.
Can we say that if you play a viola, you are violating the music?
Yes.
Yes. Next.
If you were an animal, what would you be?
Eagle.
You are an animal, bro. You're an animal. I'd be
Eddie will be a hedgehog.
why?
You sleep.
Koala. I'd be a koala, so I can sleep all day.
Nah, you'll be a hedgehog.
Why?
Because you got the spikes on your back.
What?
The koala's too vulnerable.
So I can sleep, but you can't attack me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm trying to find.
I think I'd be a
questions on
panda, just lazy and eat all day.
Yeah. Dude, imagine being a panda.
Yeah, just
It's
the
so
life. The life.
good. Such a good life.
Why would you be an eagle?
Just like flying.
That would be pretty cool.
Like there's no
Bird's eye.
traffic. You know?
Bird's eye view.
Yeah, you just see everything, you can fly. So I want to land there. Chill out.
When or how did you realize you wanted to pursue music professionally?
The year before university.
So
17, yeah.
then we procrastinated on that until we had to make
Yeah.
a choice.
Yeah, okay, gotta decide now.
Yeah.
Alright, music.
Who are your favorite composers?
Debussy.
I don't know, it's the hardest question. It probably changes every time someone asks me. But right now, the he.
Debussy, Sibelius, and Jordan He.
Yeah. Sibelius is great.
Sibelius.
I love Sibelius. Sibelius is like the guy that can't F it up.
Yeah.
It's like Sibelius, like,
He's just always good.
he's always good.
Always good. I like Tchaikovsky too, actually.
Yeah. He's
Yeah. Next to now.
weird. Gee weird.
Is that a weird question? Making a weird expression. Well, are you picking these on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook? Or YouTube?
YouTube.
Ah,
This is
Ooh.
the last one.
Okay.
Oh wait.
The last one. Well,
Last
what's the
one.
time? What's the time?
Yeah, last one.
Wait.
This will be like an
Dun,
hour-long
dun,
video.
Dun, 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 dun,
No good questions on
dun,
YouTube.
dun, dun, dun. It's only been 30 minutes.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
We'll try and get through as many questions as we can. Actually, we have a question for you guys. Comment below if you practice, or how many hours you practice, and your favorite shirt on a shop.
Actually, another question. I want to do this. Actually, no, I'll talk about it later. I want to do this thing where it's like, people comment their piece, and then we play like a duo version of it.
Okay.
It can be like a cover of anything. It could be a pop song. It could be like a Mahler symphony, but duo version. It could be anything.
Okay. Comment.
Yes, yeah.
Comment below your favorite piece as well.
What piece you want to see us cover?
A violin duet version.
Duo version, violin duo version.
And we'll see if we can pick some.
Is there a piece that you as kids always dreamt of playing one day and it kept you going?
Tchaikovsky. Sibelius violin concerto.
Tchaikovsky violin concerto.
Yeah, Sibelius.
Yeah.
That was my dream piece.
Or Sarasate Introduction in Tarantella. Brahms Hungarian Dance Number 5. Tsigan.
ESI 3.
ESI 3.
I never really.
Yeah. That was like I peaked on that piece, I think.
Yeah.
With the Brisbane Club Award.
Yeah, I played it for Brisbane Club as well. Back in the days when we could actually play the violin.
What is your life quote?
Just do it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Brett always just does it. Mine is always question your beliefs because you get attached to beliefs and sometimes you don't even realize you're attached to the belief that's holding you back. Little very subtle ones are even very subtle and subconscious that you don't even maybe think that you think. So things that you don't even think that you think. For example, sometimes I'll talk to people and they'll be like, oh man, that's so cool how you're doing a tour like that. Like, I'm so jealous, I could never do that. And like, without realizing they have this belief in their head that they can never do a tour. To just like,
But I can never do it.
yeah, and they're like, you could do it, but then no, you can't, and blah blah blah. You know, it's like flip every belief's like a stone. Flip it over, examine. Like, any way you think and view life, I'll challenge you to try operating for 2 weeks with the opposite belief, just to see what it feels like, to test it. So if you believe
Upgrade.
if you believe in working really hard, try for 2 weeks that you don't work really hard, you know,
Ooh.
and just prioritize sleep, for example. That's my advice for people in Hong Kong. Sleeping
dying,
1 hour a day is not something to be proud of. It just means you are working very inefficiently because you're on 1 hour sleep. But because when you're in your environment, you get sucked into the culture, right? So I'd say challenge every belief. Like in the classical music culture, people think certain way. Hang out with artists. Hang out with engineers. Debussy hung out with poets. He never hung out with other composers. That's why he could innovate. Because if you're hanging around the same belief system, you can't innovate and challenge and try something different.
Yeah, just do it.
What do you think is the most important part of practicing?
Discovery. And
Remaining calm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Remain calm. Keep calm in practice.
Yeah.
So you're clear-headed. Don't overthink. If you're someone like me, don't overthink. Just remember what your goals are. Always be aware of the sound and your sensations. And from there, consistency as well. Something is not, you don't have something unless you can execute it 20 times successfully in a row. So the patience to really practice it in rather than just getting it once and then moving on.
Yeah. And also try to make it fun somehow, you know. So once you have a goal, know that whatever you're doing is always for that goal. So it's not too, don't bog yourself down. And if you can't do it, don't stress out. Just come back to another day. Maybe you're just too tired.
Yeah.
Maybe you haven't slept.
Good one that Z, you might have seen the Prodigy video. One tip that he told us is, if you have a hard passage, just like reframe it in your head as easy.
Yeah.
Because the moment you even believe something's hard, you're going to be practicing in a way as if it's difficult. You're going to tense up, you're going to stress out, you're going to be anxious. Try it.
It's very hard to do, but that's just an idea.
Yeah. It's
So-
very easy to do.
If you could collaborate with anyone, who would it be and why?
Jimin, because I love him. Call me. I would, apart from that, I would love, I always love collaborating with Ray.
Oystruck.
It'd be so fun.
If he was alive,
That would be so cool.
I would be so happy.
That'd be so cool.
Oh, Einstein. That would be so cool.
Napoleon.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That's a cool question. What historical person would you?
Yeah.
That's
But that wasn't the question. But we'll do that question.
That would be a cool question.
Someone asked that next.
I
next
would
time.
love to meet with Genghis Khan. Just to see what it feels like to conquer half the world.
Eddie loves conquering.
No, I'm feminine.
I
I
won't.
don't. I'm just curious.
Do you two disagree about the greatness of a composer or a piece that others like?
No.
They disagree about what?
The greatness of a composer or a piece that others like.
Oh.
We disagree about things, but generally not these things.
Yeah.
We don't really
You mean with each other
argue too much. Yeah.
or
Like,
with people in general?
okay, imagine I'm like, bro, the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto was actually really bad.
I wouldn't even register. Just go with my head.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like,
Okay.
so we're practicing today or what?
Yeah, so you're entitled to your own opinion. Cool. Let's make some videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, probably back in the uni days, we would talk about these things more.
I like them all. They're all like echo there, because they're all the reason why we can actually study music. You know.
Yeah.
They all have their little traits and stuff. I mean, it's personal taste, but I don't judge.
There's something about me too. Is like I'm pretty like I don't like conflict. So if someone says they don't like a composer, I'm just like I just don't talk to them again. But I never like disagree with them. Nah, just kidding. Next.
I'll just be like, well, he's done better things than you.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Which question are you most sick of being asked?
How did you guys meet?
Mead.
If you had to play one other instrument, what would you choose?
Cello.
Piano.
What is your favorite viola piece?
What?
What? Next.
Mm-hmm.
Your opinion on percussionists?
No opinion.
Nice. No opinion. Next.
How do you celebrate Christmas?
We play Paganini Jingle Bells every day.
And we eat good food.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. The battery probably died by the time you watch this, and so yeah, thank you. Celebrating 100k subs. We love you all.
Make it to
Subscribe.
200k subs.
Yeah, we'll do another Q&A at 200k subs.
Remember to comment below what you want us to cover, your version, and also your favorite t-shirt on our store. What else is it?
That's it.
That's it. Cool. Latest.
Bye.